Okay, so welcome to the Srilanka Exchange School of Accounting and Business. I think you have made, first of all, let me tell that you have made a very appropriate choice, right, to follow this degree program. As you know, this is the landmark or kind of benchmark degree program offered by whom? BSAA. So you are already, you are chartered account, right? No? Okay, you will be. And of course, once you get this, that can be your target as well. Okay, first let me introduce myself, then I'll ask briefly because this is not a large class. I'll ask you to introduce yourself, right? So first let me introduce myself. I'm Professor Adwar, hailing from University of Sri Lanka. You know where University of course, that's the national university, one of the national universities in Sri Lanka, which is the what's its prominent for? Okay, for management, pioneering management education. And I'm coming from the Department of Accounting, which gets the highest but at my time it was direct intake, but now we take into a common program and we integrate the students into the Department of Accounting. I am working at Department of Accounting. I studied at the Department of Accounting as well. Long back. Although I look young, not young. Right? The thing is, I completed my degree in 2003, 20 years back. Right? And so I had one objective to do very well my academics and then to be a part of academics. So that was my intent. So work very hard at that time. Still be hard. Hard is really hard. And so my target was to get a first class. That was my target. But going beyond that, I not only got first class, I became the best of winning the gold medal at that time. So that's the department. Department accounting is where you get the people from the highest average. At that time, the district first, the island first. So what I did was, yes, they also worked hard, but I worked hard even harder. So that's the I'm just sharing my story, not to say that I could have made it. But what I'm trying to tell is that if you work hard, you can achieve academic targets. So that's why I saw some students were there and I saw that they were taking their bags and leaving. Of course, that's their choice. And after a long time, I think now you have restarted your studies. So maybe they felt tired, but that's right. But the thing is the grit, the commitment that you make. You could have also gone, but you are here. Why? Because that makes the difference. All the difference is well, your commitment, your perseverance. So had sleepless nights while others were sleeping very well in their hostels and boarding places. What I did was I worked extremely hard. And then yes, I completed my BSc accountancy degree. I entered the university in 1999 and completed in 2010. Then I started my chartered as chartered. At that time, how many stages are there? Now you have 3 stages. At that time, how many stages? 4 stages. And yes, to go to the next stage, can you just complete chartered by subject person? No. You have to complete the stage and go to the next stage. Like when there was 4 stages, I completed that test. And meanwhile, again, my target was to perform my test at my academic test and my professional exams. So at that time, it was foundation exam. The first one was what? Foundation. Then intermediate and F1 and F. So when it came to the foundation, worked again very hard. I got the first thing on it. Meaning what? For the highest average marks, right, in the foundation exam at that time. Long back. So it was like getting the IM first at that time. That's what done. And also several subject prizes for chartered and completed that. And my intention was to be an FC. So first to be an FC, first you was an AC. Right, that's a way chartered. So I got my articles where. Anyone from Ernst Young? Ernst Young? Right? Yes, I did my articles in Ernst Young, and which I'm very proud of. A very sound trade. really appreciate that. Complete that and then went for my postgraduate studies. Then joined the Department of Accounting, which was my dream job. Here I had the opportunity to stay in the firm, but it was not my fault. I liked to be an academic. I like to share my experiences, knowledge with people like you. So I thought of okay, why not join the university? So I joined the university in 2004. In 2006, I was integrated. And then in 2007, I left for my postgraduate study in Japan. I started my again, what I went to a most prominent business school in Japan, Japan's popular business school. And it was like a small UA. Why it's like a small UA? You had all kinds of nationalities. Americans were there, Australians were there, British were there. Of course, the Japanese were there. But it's an English taught program. Again, what I did. Hard is extremely hard. Chinese were also working very hard. Japanese, my goodness, they were really working hard. Work with Japanese is now. And what I did again became the first in order to outperform all others and got the gold. Again, I'm not going to have brilliant knowledge. No, it's what again. Perceive. Some people were here, but not here. Of course, if I count the number of students, they are here. Some people are, of course, joining online. That's correct. But again, that's what makes the difference. Whether you are going to give up or whether you want to hold up and put your maximum effort. Is it that in life as well? Then got of doing the PhD and completed the MBA in 2 years and got the first thing on merit again there, right? And then started my PhD, which takes usually 6 years to complete by a person, 5 to 6 years. I completed almost 18 hours, right? And it was the first record in that business course. Right? To complete the PhD, usually takes more than. Worked very hard and achieved that. And after that, my surgeon was what? To be in Japan and serve that country now. To come to Sri Lanka and serve this country. But that doesn't mean that you have to stay here. It was my fault. And I came back to Sri Lanka. And then, yes, I was a permanent academic of, I got my study leave and I went to, for like 5.5 years, I was in Japan and came back and then started again doing my teach, lecturing, doing research, and other things like that. And in 2019, I became the youngest professor of the management faculty. But so far, I'm the youngest one. Like you can see, to be a professor at a national university, it's extremely hard. National university, right? Private places like that. So that was my story. That I completed my chartered as well, and now I'm an FCA at a chartered accountant, as well as I got my FCA as well from CA. So that's about my you have the right to know about your lecturer. I tell these not to boast because I'm married. So not to impress anyone. Not to impress anyone. But what I'm trying to tell is communicate is you should work hard. You should put your maximum commitment, not only education, you could also achieve the life target. That makes the difference between success and answer. Some people are half-hearted. They don't put their maximum into activities, education and other activities, and they really but substandard results. Substandard. So my advice to you is on the first day itself that we are meeting, your maximum. Your maximum. Then you start the study mode. Maybe how long have you been? You might be in different stages. Right back to start. Okay, that's about myself. And something about my research. So when it comes to a researcher, here is my profile. This is my Google profile. And you can see like a company's ROA, an academic ROA is this, the citations as well as the H index. What's the H index? It's around 9. High score. Very good. And these are the research studies that I have done. And these are cited by others. One of our studies, which was done in 2020, is cited by 81 other researchers, prominent researchers who have recognized the importance of this that we did in 2020. And how many research studies are there? All done by me and one of my other colleagues. Cloud-based accounting, the perspective of accounting properties of Sri Lanka, the corporate governance, auditing, that's one of my key areas. Right? Fair value accounting. More. These were done by some individual research, some were done with colleagues, like as it goes on, and cited by journal. And it's my life. Researching, teaching, and also researching governance and auditing. Right. So that's about myself. How about you? Quickly tell where you are working now and some other interesting information. This is about myself. So I'm a permanent academic professor in accounting at Jawaharlal University, and also very much interested in two areas: digital business strategy, which I will teach you today. Digital business strategy, right? That's a very interesting subject that you can even apply into your own work, right? Your personal work as well as in businesses. And then I will teach you also another subject. I'll be teaching you two subjects. What's one subject? Research method. This is what I have done. So you can tell your name, your first name, and where you are working and which capacity. That would be nice to understand my audience. Is it good? Yes. Now I told about myself to you. Oh, your turn. Just start with gentlemen or gentlemen. Ladies. Ladies first, isn't it? You have a property. You shall start with you. You can sit down and you can just take this. So, the BP operation or okay. So so it's a KPU, knowledge processor. You are taking a small function and doing it in B2. Great. From BP operation. Yes. Excellent. So, master's program, I'm the coordinator of the Master of Professional Accounting program. So we have a lot of people from Colombo. I'm not getting right. I know. Okay. Very prominent place, isn't it? Okay, great. What is it? Good is it? Okay. You know, it's from you, Master. What can you be? Oh, you might. God, you might. Okay, teacher. That's yes, sir. We all are able to. And my entire family are teachers. My father is a teacher and also teacher. And I have 4 siblings. My brother is also a lecturer. This is a brother and my sister. And a sister. This also teacher. There is on that. Okay. Right. I'm already. So we are entire teacher. So I love that probably I think because you know hard. You can realize a lot of minds. Wonderful. Indeed. You know Mr. Vijay? Yes, he's one of my students. And you know Roshan? And his wife is also there, internal auditor. Yeah, they were, so Roshan was from the first batch of the impact. Okay, very prominent firm. In the Darling the Union base. All that. Okay, that what can I do? No, medical healthcare. It is very, very prominent sector. Okay, that's great. Okay, these days I'm renovating one of my. It was and to see. But I have these days to discuss. Yes. When I was at Ernst and long back, so we did the maximum fund. They had a provident fund. And I did the provident fund alone. Because they don't know, after loading, you go to the provident fund, it's a small team, and it was quite straightforward.
And these are GSP partners and associated.
And so the recognize the executive group is can control. Yeah.
Okay.
So I am Yasin, with KPMG Sri Lanka.
Yes. Okay. Great, very good. So we have students coming from different diverse backgrounds. Right. So why I ask is, of course, with all due respect for the people who are online. So yes, the people who are online also are very much welcome, and I would like to hear what you will be later. So yes, what I tried to understand was my audience. So first of all, when you are going to cater a set of students like you, have to understand who you are and what are your requirements. Then you can cater your requirements accordingly. So great, welcome. And the people who are not here also, welcome. People who are virtually, of course, are very much welcome. Okay, so let me first now introduce myself, and we got a basic introduction about yourself as well. And how I do lectures is we have this kind of a discussion interaction, and I'll be giving you the slideshows, and there's going to be the LMS, we have all the activities here, including the text which I want to introduce today. And if you do have any questions, please raise your hand and you can ask. Right? You don't need to wait till the end of the lecture. If you have a problem, both for this subject as well as for the research methodology. My students say that I am a person who is really, serious about studies, not tough. Serious about studies, yes, indeed. But what I'm serious about you getting the knowledge and applying. I know you are working proud. So you are working proud and you have your own obligations and things that you understand. And not about the obligations, maybe. Don't worry. We'll try to set it in this way. And also, Miss Jennifer, the assistant registrar, told me that we can also have some lectures on funds. Right? I'll discuss with you and let's arrange. If it is convenient to all of you, maybe or maybe not. That's totally up to you. Right? I don't know. That's what she told me. It's not really continue like this. I think it was the Friday lecture that was proposed to have on certain sun. Right? We have the research method lecture on Friday, sir. I'm sorry. Was then shifted back. Wednesday or Tuesday, that's correct. Because Tuesday, right? Tuesday it was shifted, but it was proposed on Friday. So Tuesday's lectures, if it is okay, I don't mind. or we can have some lectures on. Yeah, that's what it's going to be an online lecture, right? This lecture. So to have some lectures physically after discussing it. That's all. Completely up to you. We can discuss. Finally, what matters is the exam. The exam is going to be on the top floor, the fourth floor. There's separate, examination center. Yeah, it's going to be a closed book examination. Both these examinations are going to be closed book, right? And you have to answer the question. So coming to lectures and studying is whose responsibility? Right? No, I have done all my obligations and I have got the highest as the PhD, the highest academic qualification a person can get. So no more studies, but again, I am still considered, I consider myself as sort of a study. So therefore, please do come to the lectures, please listen to the lectures, it will be helpful. So it's that commitment that I was talking about. If you put your commitment, you can get out. Without the commitment, if you are trying to get the output, it doesn't work that way. And in studies as well as in life, there is no shortcut. In certain other places, there might be shortcuts, but no. You might say, easy ways are there to make money. Now, see, by selling drugs, now you can see what has happened. After yesterday, 138 million assets were confiscated of people who deal with drugs. So, therefore, what I'm trying to tell is that there's no shortcuts in the particularly for education. So, today itself, I think you had lectures from the morning and you should be tired, I do understand. But again, today itself has to have the commitment, yes, I will complete this. Because people sometimes start things, but they don't finish it. Right? That is. So you have started a very good journey, an excellent journey with essay. Yes, you. Now what you need to do is follow up and complete it. And follow up and complete it. And I will help you with that. Particularly in the research process where you will have to develop a research proposal. And then, right, that's the outcome of that. That's the time of that. Okay, we'll come to that subject a bit later. Right. So that's about myself. And now, and also I got to know about some of you to get an understanding about my audience. And now let's see the course outline. Now, where can you find these things? The course outline, the textbook, and slides, and everything. There's something called the LMS. What stands for LMS? Learning Management System. What's that? Basically, website. It's basically a website that has all the course material. So if you go to the LMS, you can even go now and see that. You can see here, for each subject, there is an LMS page. Right? If you want to check whether you have access, you can check. Right? Please check this. Yes, yes, Pula.
So if you could stay near to the board, sir, it would be great, because when you move away from the board, we cannot hear properly. It's come with the like echo.
I see, Pula. That's good. Thank you very much for that request. I hope
Okay,
you can see as well as you can hear me very well.
Yes,
So,
sir. Now it's okay.
Okay, my scope would be this. Very difficult, but again, I like to be with students. But again, thank you very much for the claim, because I think if it's not, the sound might be not be clear, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's like come with the echo.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Like, please tell me, particularly people who join online, because my main attention goes to the physical parts. So if you feel anything that should be adjusted, please let me know immediately. Thank you very much.
Sure, sir. Thank you very much.
Good name?
Sorry, sir.
Good name, Buddha?
I'm Gayan.
Okay, Gayan. So Gayan, today you will be the person who is coordinating online. If you do find any difficulty, Buddha, please let me know.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You are doing us a big favor. Right. So likewise, now for the physical participants, because my main attention is hybrid classes, sometimes if you don't, kind of, if you do kind of, get give the support, it will be difficult for the online one. Okay. So please access this website and see whether you can get access to the element. Colombo, the online people as well as the physical students, please check that they have access and whether you can see this for pay on. Okay. You have got access, right? If not, I can give you access. Because I'm teaching digital business strategy, and I'm teaching you digital business strategy. So, in case if although there's an LMS administrator, a separate one here, a separate person here, I could help you as well. So you can see I'm the post facilitator, and this is the BSAA accountancy as I told you, special, the PhD, NFCS, and SMCA. And then you can see here, the course outline is there. Now, when it comes to an accounting course, this is the main document, right? The course outline. In this course outline, it has all the information what we are going to cover, and particularly what? About the examination, the assessment, all the information. So this document is very, very important too. We have to introduce this at the beginning of any lecture. Right. So let me introduce this document. So you can download this. And since it's digital business strategy, you don't need to print it, and you can bring your laptops, you can take down notes, whatever. Right. So if you open this document, which I have already done for you, right? This document that I showed you. So this course is digital business strategy, and the course code is BSAA 31023, and it's a 3-credit course. So these credit hours indicates the weight of a course. Usually, a credit with 3 means is important, very important. So then there can be 1 credit courses, 2 credit courses. But remember, this is what? A 3-credit course is a major course. And it's indeed a core course. Core course means what? It's compulsory. It's not an optional course that you can select from some other. So you have to do this. Do you like it? So you like it, indeed. Don't worry about it. And it's level 3, of course. And these are the learning outcomes. In a course outline, learning outcome indicates what? Any guesses? What does in a course outline learning outcome means? In the morning, from the morning, I think at least 2 courses you have followed. They should have taught you what are the learning outcomes. What are the learning outcomes? Simply what it means is, at the end of this course, what should be able to get? At the end of this course, what can you get out? What kind of skills that you will get? Knowledge that you get. Here you can see you will be able to develop. Basically, there are 6 things that you can get. But if I summarize, you'll be able to come up with a digital business strategy for a business. Create a digital business strategy for a business. Now, what are the digital businesses that you know? Complete digital business. About Amazon? I think you all have heard about Amazon. Amazon is a digital business. Now let's come to Srilanka. Daras, is it a digital business? They do transactions of Hitman.com. Then is can we take Kiels? Super. Is it a digital? It's a tricky question. Part of it is digital. There's an online, but there's an online platform. Isn't it? So it's part digital, part physical. So how about SABCA? Oh, CSV. Is it a digital business? Yes, to a certain extent. Because even at this moment, there are some people who have joined, some students who have joined online. Galle is online, who's representing the online group today. Tomorrow it might be you. So you can see any business could apply digital business strategies. Even with simply using emails, right? It's an interaction with your customers. If you are using emails, that also is a part of digital. So don't worry, I'll teach you about that. And that's what we are going to discuss. What kind of strategies you can apply and come up with a proper digital business strategy for your organization. Right? Because the future is about that. All businesses are now converting to what? Digitalization. And digital strategies are what implemented within organization to be competitive. Right? The transformation has already taken place. Right? Even you are now to a certain extent using that. AI. First as well, artificial intelligence, and it has become, students are very much active using AI, particularly ChatGPT. And yes, there are different ways to detect that, but of course, I'll tell you about that later. Right. So that's the overall learning outcome. And these are the topics that we are going to cover. The main topics and the sub-topics are also there. So we are going to discuss these things. The managing technology organization, digital businesses, what are the strategies, doing digital marketing, mobile and social media marketing, content marketing, and other technological applications will be discussed. And these are the more specific areas under these major 8 areas. So we'll be covering that. Don't worry about these things. We are going to cover that in the session. Today also I'll be starting it, and we shall go. It goes on, goes on, goes on. So these are the 8 topics elaborated in more detail. But don't worry about these things, which I'll be covering in time form. Then I come to the most important part. What's that? Assessment. Exam. Okay, here read this very well. Even if you did not understand anything so far, I told you. Right? Even if you did not understand anything that I told you, this is the most important thing you have to understand. On the first day itself of a course, you have to understand this very well. Please read this. What does it say? During the semester, read very well. And this outline is not developed by me. I have to give the due respect to the people who developed this. This was developed by SAD, a qualified consultant. Right? It was developed by a group of consultants. It was developed and it's there. In fact, and indeed, they did a very good job. So I did not develop this, and I did not also set this as a yes, assessment. No. This is what the experts have asked us to follow. What else? So during the semester, there will be one group assignment. There's going to be one group assignment. Consider with a report and a presentation. So the group assignment would be a report plus a presentation. One individual assignment where delivered is a report. So apart from that, what we have? An individual assignment. Group, there are 2 things. What are the 2 components? The report plus the presentation on a group basis. And then there's going to be what? An individual assignment. You think the story is over? No. 5 classroom works. There will be 5 classroom works that are going to be there. So online people will be getting online classroom work and 5 classroom works, right? Which needs to be completed by the students. And then finally, a final examination. A 3-hour closed book examination at the end of this. So how many components are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5, the final exam. So during the semester, whatever we do is called continuous assessment. During the semester, if you have to complete things, that's called continuous assessment. Now we have to complete the individual report, group presentation, as well as the classroom activities indeed during the class, during the semester. And at the end, what we are going to do? The final exam. The final exam will be at the end. So these are the 5 components. Is that clear? Right. Now let me elaborate what will be required under this assignment. What will be required? So individual report I'll elaborate. That's also in the LMS, and even the deadline will set. Right. I'll have a discussion with Ms. Jennifer and see when is going to be your semester going to be in, and accordingly set the deadlines. So individual report, group presentation. So I combine these 2. You can do the same thing as a report as well as you can present. So at least that's what I could do for you. The group report and the presentation will be on one thing. I'll tell you what the thing as well. Then the classroom activities which you are going to do every day. Maybe could you also next week. And then there will be final exam 50%. You can see 50% continuous month. So before you sit the final exam, already you have achieved how much? Antima exam before you go to the final exam, you will get how much? 50. What's your pass mark? You will know that. What's your pass mark? Huh? What's the pass mark? Pass. Those are the most important parts, right? 40, right? If I'm not wrong, I think it's 40. In certain other places, it's 50. For postgraduate education at my place, where I'm the coordinator of the impact program, 50. You have to get a B minus, at least pass. Here, I believe it's 40, unless otherwise stated. So the 40 translates to the C pass. At least you have a C pass. Right? Okay, the final exam is 50%, and so this is how the assessments will be there. So you can see every day we'll have classroom. Don't worry, you will enjoy it. I'm pretty sure. You will have online assessments, and all of you, I hope, are having both online people are online. Therefore, there's no any problem. The other people here, the students here, I think we have smartphones which have access to the smartphones. We'll use that as well to do certain assessments, group work in the class itself. Okay. Now let me give you a glimpse of what we are trying to do under this side. So let me go there like this. So the assignments has to be submitted to what? All my documents, all the materials and everything I'm going to upload into there. So you can see all these things there. And even the textbook, which I'm going to next, I'll be explaining about the textbook. The textbook also is given. So it's a very expensive one, but again, PDF version is there that you don't need slide. You can use that. Right? So I'll explain that textbook will be played just after this. So all this information is there in the understood. And if you go to the bottom of this sentence, still I have not, you cannot see this. Right? It will just say week 5 and week 16 because I have hidden that. Because still I do not know the dates of time. So you can see the group assignment. What we need to do is for the group assignment, let's start with the individual one. For the individual one, I'll be allocating you a listed company from the CSE. What CSE? Colombo Stock Exchange. So how many companies are there? Have any idea? Almost 300. But some companies were delisted, went out of business. Why? Because of the very successful economic strategy. We are talking about digital business strategy, but very successful economic strategy of whom? The governments, right? So it's now around 290 or something, right? So around 300 companies are there. And how many students do we have here? Altogether. Online and offline. Yeah, 60 students. Oh yes, 60 students. That means we have 10 groups. Maximum, let's say, 6 members, minimum, again 6 members. So we can have 10 groups, right? So please form your groups as well as soon as possible. And by the way, did they appoint a batch leader? Who is the batch leader? You are the batch leader? Okay, great. So you, and usually it's they appoint a male as well as people who is the male student. You are the other one, of course. I know the protocols very well here, although I am a visiting academic coordinator, because from the day one they started their special degree long back. I had been a part of this. And I'm also in the management board. So very well know what's going on. And that's what I'm part of that as well. Because earlier I was also engaged in some other private campuses in Srilanka. But what I say is, SAB has the highest quality engineering. Not because I am a part of SAB now, I'm just a visiting lecturer here, but I know the difference between other places. So you have made a very good choice compared to the other private degree programs. I'm not, because I'm also engaged in certain other places, but therefore I very well know. You have very good choice, very good choice. Okay, so I think the two batch leaders who are physically present today can kindly group the students, like for me, not today, like maybe next week or week after next, and create a group list in Excel, right? Putting the 60 students into 10 groups, right? Maximum 6 members, minimum 6 members. Then it becomes 10, right? But again, tell me if you have difficulty. Have you already got groups?
Yes.
Then my life is very easy. Who created that group? Please. That's good. That's very good. How many members are there usually? Then let's use the same groups. No, I'm not going to regroup. Don't worry at all. Because some lecturers, they like to create new groups. How many lecturers, other thing, what they do? They like to create new groups. And they think that's their religious what? Religious obligation to create new ones. No, it's not. You can have your own groups. So just share with that. Then just share with that information. And that's it. And we have same groups. There's no problem. Why I don't create new groups? Because you have already chosen, is it? Why should I create? And you should have chosen your group because of different reasons. Maybe you are working in the same organization. Maybe you are in the same area. Maybe it's your friend. That's fine. So have the same groups. Just share me that information. That's enough. So it makes our life very easy. Right. So under the first assignment, so once I get this group listing, I'll give you listed them. But out of 300 randomly, I'll show you to be very transparent. I'll randomly assign in front of you using Microsoft Excel. You'll see how I'm going to use Microsoft Excel to do random sample and assign what listed companies randomly to you. So you will get those companies and you can apply. We'll do that. Okay, there what you need to do is, first of all, under the individual assignment, right? Under the individual assignment, what you need to do is, you need to select the Sri Lankan any business. Like that I'm going to allocate you, not any business, the business that I'm going to allocate you. And you have to do a market situation analysis. Let's say, for an example, I allocated a student, JKH. So related to JKH, you have to do what? A market situation analysis. What do you mean by that? You have to apply this analysis. You have to apply number one, SWOT analysis. What's that SWOT? What SWOT? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats analysis. Then you can apply the Taos analysis. Same thing, but in a different way. I'll teach you what Taos analysis. That's again, T stands for. That's again rearrangement of SWOT. T stands for threats. O stands what? I think what's that? Then pestle analysis. What's that for pestle analysis? What pestle? Yes, political, legal, environmental, economic, and what? Technological part analysis. So then 5 process analysis. Have you studied 5 process analysis? 4 times 5 process analysis? Just in your management subject, you should have studied. Michael report is who? How's Michael report again? Is my uncle. No. Someone related to Mr. Kargas? No. Your register. Who is Michael report? He's a Harvard professor, okay, who introduced several these kind of models, like 5 process model, strategies, value chain analysis, like Porter's diamond, likewise several strategies were introduced. So we are going to You have to apply that and analyze the history, the company that time. Right. Understood? So that's what you do. Need to do 5% other relevant analysis. So the updates, the requirement you have to produce a report, introduction, the analysis, interpretation, and conclusion and recommendation. So I'm going to set the deadline once I get it from here. And then under the group one, what you do is you need to do is so take one company again for the group purposes and create a digital business strategy. Right now, let's say in a group there are 6 members. Then how many companies should have they selected? Let's say in a group there are 6 members. For your individual assignments, then how many companies you should have selected? 3. Right? Individual assignment, you analyze each report, each company on an individual. But for the group presentation, what I will do? Out of that 6, select one company and create part. And create part. A digital business strategy. Is it difficult? No. Because half you have done. Because before you start or develop a strategy, you should have done what? Market analysis. Situation analysis you should have done. So under your presentation, what you have to do is group report and presentation. Take one report out of that and do the presentation and do the create a group. So I made your life easy. So take one out of it. You out of the 6, take the best one and create what? A digital business. And you have to submit this. So when are the submission? It's very easy. My submissions are very easy. Right? Week before the last session. What? Week before the last session. Week before the last session, you have to submit the group report and you have to do the. On the last session, you have to submit the individual report. Understood? Very easy. Things are very fine. Now the deadlines are there. I don't know when this last week will be. Week before the last, you have to do what? So keep in mind very well. Week before last, you have to do what? Submit the group SRI and do also the group present. You can do both things together. And if you want to use the report itself without a PowerPoint, no problem. You present the report. I don't need a separate PowerPoint. That's perfect. That's up to you. You want a PowerPoint slideshow? Use that. Or you can present the report. So that's week before the last. That means what? If you have 15 sessions, let's say you have 15 sessions, then week before last means what? The 14th session, you have to do the group presentation as well as submit the group report. Right. Then on the 15th session, you have to do what? Submit the individual report. That's it. And every week from next week, whenever you are going to meet, you are going to do an individual what? In-class assignment. Not today, maybe other day. So I think you can tell the friends who left for that. I have, I'm a chartered accountant and also some kind of forensic auditor. So I do understand what's going on very well. But so I don't want to prevent it. Okay. Right. So that's about the post outline. Any questions? These are about the assessments. Any questions? You can ask me. Diane and the people who are online, you can also ask me. Is it clear with them? How about you? Physical and virtual participants.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Thank you. How about the physical participants? Because I like to be absolutely clear when I communicate things. Okay. Because if I don't communicate things clearly, what will happen? It creates what? Misunderstanding. Misunderstanding. Okay. So you have So the final bottom line is what? We have a lot to do in both subjects. So when it comes to research methodology also, you have the other share. But don't worry. Every week, if you do things with me, it won't be a big issue. But if you try to accumulate things and do at the end of the semester, then it won't be something. Every week, allocate time and do things. How many of you are using Google Calendar or some type of calendar? Right, I can see some hands are going up, and virtually also I can see some people are raising their hands. But if you are not, please use that. Why? Then you can block times. So that's what I have done. I show you my calendar. Sometimes here I'm using my computer, so I feel a bit awkward. Right? But I'll show you my calendar. Everything's booked. I book my time. Sometimes I start things at 3 a.m. because there's no time. 3 to 5 a.m. I do my research. I write my research paper. Like that, I have allocated my time. Then things get done. Now you might be used to use to-do list. But what happens after some time? The to-do list. What is the to-do list again? It's so low. So what I suggest is take critical items that are important to you and put that where? Put that where? In the calendar. The calendar, put that and do it on the specific time itself. Studies is also like allocate time and do your part. Now, what will happen is a lot of things will accumulate and you will have no time. That's for sure. And in the future, I'll teach you some time management strategies as well. Although it's not part of this lecture, my part is what? To teach you digital business strategy, but I'll teach you also time management strategies. I introduce some books that are very practical that you can apply. Right? I teach you the secret weapon of Richard Branson. Who's Richard Branson? Again, my uncle. I don't want him as my uncle indeed. Who's Richard Branson? Who's Richard Branson? The Virgin Group's chairman, the founder of Virgin Group. He's an entrepreneur, great entrepreneur. Do you know how, what's his wealth? What's his wealth? His wealth is not. Do you know how many companies he managed? Almost 400 companies. He's the owner of almost 400 companies. But what he's doing? He sits in private island with models doing different things. That's what he's enjoying his life. Having 400 companies under his belt. How he could do that? And you are telling that your life is so easy. He's having 400 companies and he's leading a very, very fruitful life that he likes. How? Due to certain strategies. So I'm going to introduce you to a book entitled 15 Strategies of Highly Successful People. And in that 15 strategies, there's the secret of Richard Branson. You'll be surprised what are these secrets. Once you apply, you can also achieve that success. There are several things, 28 principles. Have you heard the 80-20 principle? The Pareto principle? These are time management strategies. If you have not understood, I encourage you to read them and apply them in your life. That makes a person from success to unsuccess, unsuccess to success. If you don't follow, it's success. Okay. Right. Anything that you want to understand more? Is that clear? Assignments, particularly? Examination, particularly? Okay, the final examination will be a 3-hour closed book exam. Closed book means what? Can you write things on your hand and come? Can you write the answers in different places and bring them? No, you can't. It's closed book exam. Other than Malay, right? They check that it's supervised exam. So you cannot bring any books and you have to apply the knowledge that you have. Don't worry about that. I'll show you the past papers. and it's not typical, it's application that you will love, right? Right, I'll be giving a small case study. So question number 1, the case study. Then there will be 3 other questions that you have to choose out of 4, 20 each. 60 plus 40, 100. That's how it's going to be there. And then it will be scaled down to 50. And then you have to achieve the rest of the 50 program. Any questions? Okay. It will be like this. I'll have almost every day I'll have. And what I'll do is I'll randomly pick 5 out of 10. If not, the thing is that some people might come, might not come. So I'm going to randomly pick. In fact, what I do is I take the highest attendance days and I take the benefit of whom for the students. So they have to do come on every day. Try to come online or offline. I prefer if you come offline, but offline with physical, then we can have more interaction as we do here. But you might have certain issues. Maybe some people are joining from overseas and they cannot stop. Indeed, I do understand. A very good question. So each day, except today, you will enjoy that. I'm going to give you not individual activities. I'm going to give you group activities. Group activities, and you can do it together. But I'm going to give you marks individually. But classroom activities will be individual, and you can consult in the internet, and you can even use ChatGPT if you want. But again, you have to understand and present it. You see what's my mode of presentation. Right.
Excuse me, sir. So the classroom activity, do we need to submit within the day itself, or do we get any grace period to submit?
On the class itself, I'll be asking you to do it in the class itself and present it in the class itself.
Okay, so on behalf of these online students, sir, because there are some students who log from Gulf countries, they may not be able to log in every day because Saturday and Sunday is working day for them. Therefore, last time also the origin lecture also he also had the same activity method, but he gave 1 day grace period to upload the answers.
Okay, let's see. I will also discuss that with the management and see to give some kind of, for the people who are joining online, maybe we'll try a different strategy.
Okay, sir.
Who are coming from a different country, So I'll get the list of them and see what kind of things could be done. For the people who are Sri Lankan, or the people who are living in Sri Lanka, although joining virtually, we'll have a different strategy, isn't it? So let's see. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Let me see what could be done.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I have to factor that in as well because some people are coming from different time zones, and because in Middle East, I think you have Saturday and Sunday working days, right? No.
Friday is holiday, sir. All the 6 days are working day for them.
I have to think about that very carefully because I heard that on Sundays because I'm teaching for the DB and PhD programs overseas. Then some students they work on Saturdays and Sundays. So don't worry. Let me think a strategy for that test. You might not be able to come on that, yes, isn't it? Indeed. Let me give you a pass to the business. For the online people, how is the attendance already there? We will notice being recorded. Okay. Right. Right. Thank you very much for that feedback. Really appreciated because I had to very carefully think about people who are joining online, particularly from overseas. Right. Now, let me take you through the text. So there's a textbook that's. So if you go to the course outline, LMS. You can see here. The next one is what? The next one is what? Textbook. So why not open it? You can open that. So this is the textbook. So this is the book that I'm reading. And it's in PDF. So this is the textbook. Digital business and e-commerce management. Strategy, implementation, and practice. Of Dave Galle. One of the key experts in this area. Right. So this is the textbook that I'm looking. Right. And you can see how many pages are there. The alphabet. PDF pages how much? 240. Here you have to read each and every page. And at the exam, I'm going to randomly pick from here and there and test. Is that what we are doing? That's the difference between a university or a degree program and a professional course. An exam in a professional course. What's the difference? In a professional course, what happens? The particular professional institution comes up with what? The curriculum, study pattern. So it's developed by someone else. Then who teaches the subject? The subject to teach class. Who teaches the subject? Someone else. Then who prepares the paper? Someone else. Then who checks that paper? Someone else. Who gives the marks finally? The institute. So you can see everything is disintegrated. Of course, with quality assurance and everything. But in a degree program, what happens? What's the difference? Who teaches? Who sets the curriculum is set by someone else. But again, who teaches? Who delivers the lecture? The lecture. Who sets the exam paper? The lecture. Who checks the exam paper? The lecture. So therefore, rest assured, I'm going to test only what I teach. Right? For both subjects. What are the both subjects? Digital business strategy and research method. So although there are 714 pages, am I going to teach everything? No. Then we have to have at least 30 weeks. We have only 15 weeks or less. So I'm going to selectively teach what are important. Then I'm going to test only those things. So my examination philosophy is what? What I teach is what I test. What I cover in the class will only be tested at the exam. Right? Good point. So what you need to do is read only the areas which I cover. I'll tell what I have. I'm going to give you the slideshows. The degree program, that's what we do. We give the textbook, we give the slideshows, and it's given. And based on that, what we do? We test the exam. And then we test. Understood? We do that. So don't worry. Although there are 740 pages, right? I'm going to cover all. I'm going to cover only the important ones. Because here there are a lot of illustrations, a lot of case studies, a lot of information that's there. But in some other courses, what they do is they test what the students do. What I test is what the students should do, not what the students do. So don't worry. So in the textbook, of course, if you go through the PSS textbook, so now there is no any right excuse. You have been given the textbook. So it's a digital textbook, so you can read it while even travel, is it? But only one condition, and the one condition of that, you should not be there. Right. So you should not be the driver. So while you are traveling, maybe while you are in public transport or if you are not the person who is driving, You can read it. And you don't need to go to the library. I recommend going. There's a library. Do you know where's the library? Yes, at Srilanka there's a library. But in my university also, I don't physically go to the library. Then how do I access my library? That's good. So all the books, all the materials are working. So that's what I give you a textbook, which is part working. So please read it, the particular chapters and sections that I count. So these are the, as you can see, this textbook has 3 parts. Part 1, introduction. Part 2, strategy and applications. Part 3, implementation. So these are the 3 sections which I'll be covering. These are 3 sections that we have to cover. And I'm going to take chapter 1, chapter 2. Today I'll be partly covering chapter 1, of course, not the full thing, but I know that the kind of a full day for you, right? So we'll be covering chapter number 1, introduction to digital business. Likewise, there are 12 chapters that I'm going to selectively take and cover. And in addition, I'm going to put some other materials that are relevant to the LMS, learning management. So that's the textbook, and please start reading, right? The relevant sections that I cover. Okay. So that's about the textbook. And then what we shall do is, you can go to the week 1, and under week 1, that's today, you have chapter 1. So please download it and open it. And that's what I'm going to cover today. Any questions so far? Now I told you about a lot of material I covered related to how we are going to do, what we are going to do, and textbook and the course outline. Any questions? No questions. So you can open that chapter number 1, which I have already opened. Have got this? You know it. You can download it, open it, and you can put the now. Say for example, if you want to take down notes, you don't need to print this. You can say chapter 1, or you can say PowerPoint presentation 1, and you can select the page number and take additional notes. So I'll be giving some information that you can take out, whichever interesting. At universities, we don't give notes, we give the PowerPoint and give the textbook. But on the other hand, if you find something interesting, please take it down. So that's how you can engage yourself. Right. So chapter number 1, introduction to digital business and e-commerce. That's the book's name as well as the chapter 1's name. And we shall use. These are the learning outcomes. You saw that earlier of the learning outcomes. You know, those outline their own learning outcomes, and then again you see some learning outcomes that are here. What's the difference? Maybe a difference. What's the difference? My scope is limited from me. Okay, what's the difference? Those learning outcomes are when you what you get at the end of the course. Entire. These are the learning outcomes when you complete the chapter. Chapter given evidence, right? That's what. You can read them later and understand what kind of things you get in. Okay. Let's see. With this we'll start. What's the digital business and what? So read this definition and tell me what you understand by this, both online as well as physical participants. Please read this and tell me what you understand by digital business. Some examples for digital businesses as well, which I gave earlier. Didn't tell me what do you understand. What's the digital business? What did it say? In a digital business, they apply what? Digital technology and other media. Digital technologies for internal and external operation. But you use what? In the digital business, you apply digital technologies like even emails and other technologies, even AI, artificial intelligence, in what? Internal and external operations. That's what a digital business is. Examples? What are some examples? What are some examples? Digital business examples which I already told you. Amazon, Google, Yahoo. What else? So those are international giants in Sri Lanka. There are Pitti, then Ikpan. Those are all what? Digital business. We use extensively digital business strategies within and outside the operations of the company. Right. So please underline digital technology. Digital technology. Digital technology. Right. Then for internal processes as well as external processes, you use digital technology for internal process as well as external process. So remember, right, when you define a digital business, we have to define it that way. Okay. I don't know whether the online people can see the board. So, yeah.
No, sir, we can't see. If you could use the digital board.
Right, that's what I could do. Thank you, Buddha. So let's see. Okay. I will do this. I will close. And then I will enter a new slide. Here. Okay, in this new slide, I will take the key points of that page. What are key points digital business? The first one is you apply digital technology. So that's the first point that you are apply digital technology. Second, and if you can use the whiteboard, whiteboard you use करो. Apply digital technology. So that's the first thing that in defining digital business you have to understand. Then or what? The next part of the definition is what? Applications on internal and external process. So you can take down. So once you define the digital business, you can see digital technology on internal and external process. You can take down. Internal and this data external process. So when you look at DBS, the definition digital business is this. You apply digital technologies in both internal and external process. So that's a that's how we should be created. Right? Internal I'm legal agreement.
Excuse me. The pen.
Penalty. Very good. Committee. Plus. Fine is there. Okay. So application. Is application. The white color. No shortcuts, no. No shortcuts in life. Okay, never mind. Right. Application. Application. A. Application of digital technology. Right. Into what? Internal. Internal. Can take them, right? Okay. Is where what digital business is. Right? So internal and external process. What is the internal? What is the internal? Internal means inside the organisation. Within the organisation. And external means outside. So can you tell me internally, if you are using a network to share documents and other information within an organization, what we call it? The internet. Internal processes, you can use example. Internet. Internet. So external, you have extranet. Extranet as well as the internet. Internet and extranet. So likewise, you can apply digital technologies within the organization and outside the organization. Such organizations are digital. Examples, you can take down also. Example. Examples. Good. Examples. Amazon.com. Amazon. Google. Around. Google. Oh. Google. They pick me. These are all examples for digital business. Full scale digital business. Amazon.com we all know. Even SAP is also digital business. Your organizations are also digital business because to a certain extent they use emails. Right? But these are called Amazon.com and these are called Yoplay. Yoplay. Full scale digital business. But on the other hand, you also use digital business strategies like emails and other things, even in traditional businesses to a certain extent. These are pure play. Pure play means full scale, 100% digital business. Now, Amazon, do you find physical stores? Now, you install for the Amazon, you have seen or even if you go to New York, there's Amazon. There's no Amazon stores. Right? Who's the leader of Amazon? Amazon is the leader of Jeff Bezos. Once Jeff Bezos was asked, whether you would ever go for a physical business, what was his answer? What was his answer? Jeff Bezos is or digital physical business digital. Would you start a brick and mortar? We call this traditional business brick and mortar business. Whether you go for brick and mortar business, what was his answer? Yeah. He sticks to his core area. First, there's a core area. For all of us, there's a core area. Now, for an example, if I stop teaching or while I do teaching and research, say I start a finance company, would it be successful? That's what exactly Saktiran Singh did. You know who is Saktiran Singh? He was like a teacher like me. But what he did something that is not his core area. What then? He started a finance business, a finance company, and accepted, deposited, and finally used that money for what? What did he use that? What he used that money? He got billions of funds from poor depositors like you and I. And what he did? He did use it for what? Gambling. He lost everything. And he lost his reputation. So why is that? You should never go out of your core area. Your core area is certain thing, go in depth. That's what he said. So Jeff Bezos told, no, my core area is what? Digital business. I won't go onto some other area. So he is investing and reinventing things. Have you heard about Amazon Prime Care? Have you heard Amazon Prime Care? What does it do? It delivers items to the customer doorstep. How? Now, once you order from Amazon, Sri Lanka, how many days it will take to get a book? Usually it takes 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. But if you are an Amazon subscriber in America, it will be delivered within how many hours? 1 hour. How is it made possible? It's delivered through something called drone. Would you like to see that? We'll see that. Okay. Let's see how Amazon gets things delivered to customers' doorstep. So that's what Jeff Bezos does with what? Digital business strategies. Then I'll ask you, what can we do this in Sri Lanka as well? Okay. Let's go to YouTube. What negative is this? Let's go to YouTube. Let's type. Right. Yeah. Okay, now let's see Sadi study. The customer there. The customer ordered like, let's see again. So let's see now the customer is ordering, right? This is the starting point. If the customer is ordering through his cat with his son besides him. Order. The item was picked up by the drone, fully automated. It's now being taken in customer doorstep. At the customer's home, item delivered. The customer comes out. Next time. So that's Amazon's primary. So this is what Jeff Bezos does. He did not go for physical business. What he's doing? He's investing in AI. He's investing in automation. Thank you. Thank you. That's it. He's working on it. This is great. My question is, can you do this in Sri Lanka? What will happen? What will happen if you try to do this in Sri Lanka? Drone එකක් නෑ බඩුස්නේ. අපි කොරවන්න මොකද කරන්නේ? එකක් ඔන්න කිකි තියන් ඉන්නවා කොට. අපි කොරවන්න මොකද? එකක් තියාගෙන drone එක ඇතුලේ ඔන්න දාලා පංගුලයක් කරේ. Just joking, I don't know if it worked or not. But again, it's very successful. Within 1 hour, of course, you have to pay a premium price for that to get it delivered within 1 hour. But that's what happened. So this is the technology that we are talking about. Within 1 hour, things are getting delivered. So yes, as you can see, this is digital business strategy. This is what we are going to discuss. Right? How to transform a business, a traditional business, a brick and mortar business, to what? Digital. To a certain extent, our organizations are also, even if your organization using email, that's also a digital business application. Right. Okay. Shall we take a small break? Right, I think high time to get a small break, right? Okay, we'll take maybe a short break and then come around 5:15, right? 5:15, and then let's go till maybe 6:50 and we'll start today. Because we started at 3:30, so 3 hours 6:30, but not 6:30. Because the early lecture took I think a bit of more time. So we'll go up to 6:15 or even below that we'll finish it and let's continue from next week, right? So let's have a small break because I know we are in the AC situation, so we might need to go to different places. I do understand. So please go and come back. And my question, okay, do you understand what I'm communicating? Is it clear? Right? That's what I want because, and the people who are online, is it clear for them?
Yes, sir.
Right. If you do have any questions, please let me know. Let's take a 15 minutes break and be here at 5:50. Right? Thank you. Okay, so now I think you've got a good idea what's the digital business and where you apply business strategies into the internal and external position. Right. What are some examples for digital business which you already took down? Amazon, Google, those are pure play digital businesses that are there. These are the two characteristics for the digital business. And yes, in 1998, sometimes very long back, you can see. In 1998, when Google launched its web browser, you can see the feature. Right? So here you can see it's not that different, isn't it? It said, okay, it's the startup of Google, the first site of the Google search. And at that time, it told 10 results, Google search. I'm feeling lucky. Still, that term is there. I'm feeling lucky. And yes, Google is a pure play. They apply digital business. Right. I hope that the other students also will come. But again, right, one of your batch leaders are also there, so maybe they could catch up. Now, when it comes to digital business, we have to understand these two concepts. So first, let's start with zero moment of truth. So please take that. Zero moment of truth. Zero moment of truth. Zero moment of truth. Both is known as zero. What does it mean? Because of digital business strategies, this is made possible. What? The zero moment of truth. What do we mean by that? Common in the exam is a question that asks, right? What's the zero moment of truth? What does zero moment of truth mean? Now it's like this. In a traditional business context, how can we know the quality of a particular item? Now let's say I wanted to buy a bat. I give you a good example what I faced sometimes back when the COVID-19 period was there. And let me read the story at that point. So you will have to understand what's this. Just a touch, no more. No details. Okay. So now let's say I'm putting it at project. So this is the mobile dongle that I'm using for last 8 years. And after some time, one thing has to be replaced. What's that? What's the thing that has replaced? The battery. Because once charged, it stays 6 hours. Right? That wireless dongle stays for 6 hours. And during the COVID-19 period, I did all my lectures using that wireless. It was a very effective. But halfway through in 2021, right, 2021, it was in 2022. The battery weight. The battery was not working. It got it hat and then it didn't work. Then I went to the monitor store where I bought it, right? And I asked, okay, give me a battery. Then he looked at the dongle as well as the battery and he looked at me and go to beta. I told, this is Mara's, right? It was okay, very fair. I went to the Mara store and they directed me to the Muge, near that, that one parlor that there is mobile service there. Specialty mobile. I went there. I and I asked him, okay, give me the battery. Then he was asking me to go to PETA. I asked why. Why is asking me to go to PETA? Because those batteries are not only available with them. It is still in them. Right? For that dongle, which carries its name and its sold, it says no batteries in 2021. So I didn't want to do that. Okay. Because I didn't want to go to PETA for different reasons. Number one, I don't want to waste my time. Isn't it? Probably would quit, I would take some time and I would walk around and find a battery place there, then sales batteries. And it's a waste of time for me. And also, can you ensure the quality of that? Once you buy that, now the battery might be nicely packed, and the petardi condition is a good battery, excellent battery. So how can I know the quality of that battery out? I have to purchase that, bring it home, and when I test that only, I know the truth. Isn't it? So then, is it too late or not? If it's too late, then battery at the without color, over the ground. It's utter waste of time. But I exercise zero moment of what's that? How can you know the truth of a certain item before even you purchase it? Before even you step to the shop, how can you know the truth? Can you know the truth about fertilizer? Can you know? How? How can you know? Reviews. That's what zero moment of truth means. Zero moment of truth means before even you step into a shop, you will know. How? By reading customer review. So what I did was, I went to Google and I typed the particular type of the battery, and then I just typed Srilanka. Then there was a website that came, different websites came up. Right? Ikman had certain batteries, some vendors over there, Dara said, as well as this particular router.lk came. I didn't know any of these vendors, but how did I choose? How did I choose? Zero moment of truth. I did what? Customer. So for this vendor, router.lk, I didn't know that existed earlier. Router.lk, I went and read there, there are 40 reviews. All positive. There is no a single negative review. There was no a single negative. So immediately what I did, I went through and I purchased. Of course, double the price at that time. The battery was around 1,800, but they charged 3,500. But they brought it to my doorstep within 1 day, and still it's working without any issue. Zero moment of. So that's what, with the social media, with these new digital platforms, people post from and people tell. But I also went in one place wrong. I said that first. And I'll tell you how I corrected that test. It was it's a huge story, but I'll tell it short. So zero moment of truth means what? You will know the truth of an item, the quality of an item before you step into a shop through customer reviews and social media. Because people now post whether they agree or disagree with an item, isn't it? So the question is this. Now, if I'm a rival of Router.lk, I could post something bad. Then battery rival. I'm also a company. I can go and post some negative comments. Yeah. How can you prevent it? Now let's see, you are doing a digital business. I'm a rival. Then now battery good. Let's say. And what I'm trying to do is now let's say I want to bad thing. So I go to your website and I put some bad reviews. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. How to prevent it? There are different ways. One, verified purchasers only could post. Only people who really purchased could be, you have to log in and you have to purchase something, and then only you'll be able to write it. The people who already purchased. That's one way to prevent it. Bogus reviews and bogus things could be prevented in that. And also, I saw recently, I was trying to find some, material for certain things in my home, right? Some both materials. So I went to the Yashoda tailors or fabrics or something was there, and they had replied to negative reviews. There was one customer who had told in their website a negative review. Right? You know what they have told? They have told that I wanted a kilo of this material, but you told no, it's bad. You know, it's not nice that you told it's not available. You had it, but you did not sell it. So it's not good practice. I went to a shop besides and I bought that without any issue. So that's what's three. You can look at what are the things that below a while a very very on the last year, I expect different things for you know, then what Yahuda textiles has written a review, a response to that review. You know what they have done? They have told we have very well advertised that we are a wholesale. We don't sell kilos, 1 kilo. We sell what whole reels. It's our policy. If we sell small items, we cannot sell others. We are not a retail shop. So we have told that very clearly in our policy. Is it wrong? And then there was another review that had written because they have not this verified user policy or verified purchaser policy. So they have written, right? Someone has written some nonsense and they have written, you are not purchased from us and don't lie. Directly that was their response. So show the record that you have purchased from us. So zero. So you will have the reviews of a particular item and you will know whether to purchase it or not. Before even you step down into the shop of a particular way. So that's called zero momentum. Is that clear? So please read a summary of today's multi-channel consumer decision making. So consumers make decisions through what? Product purchase where they search, review ratings, price prices and comments on social media before visiting a retailer. The key term is this underline before visiting. So particularly through reading reviews and comments on items. Please take down right zero moment of truth. And you can take down before visiting a retailer, the consumer will know the truth by reading customer reviews and customer. That's zero moment of truth. So that's made possible because of digital business technology. Review and social media platforms are there. So it's made possible because of that. But on the other hand, I also went wrong. I tell that to you. Because of external influence, I got wrong ones. I tell that as well, and I tell how I got it corrected also. It's the story that you all should know. It's a story. Also, I wanted to buy a sewing machine. Right? My wife wanted to buy her a sewing machine. Now I want a mahal machine. Is that wrong? No. Okay. So at that time it was fully fledged COVID, lockdown and everything. So what I did, use my digital business strategy, knowledge to see what kind of these machines are there. And so we asked around and we got to know that there's a particular machine that's good. So it was fully automated. But my wife wanted not just automated machine, she wanted hybrid. But what is a hybrid? I don't know. So around that time it was around 120,000. So it was okay. It was a brand, I'm not going to tell you, but you know what's the brand, right? You start with S, right? So I went to their website and it's a brand and I got deceived for that. That's what I purchased. So they brought within 4 or 5 days, they brought it and joined it and kept it. And immediately my wife also demonstrated. So he put the motor But it's motor operated as well as the manual system was there. So actually it worked very well with the motor. And he also manual system he just demonstrated and he told us it's working and he left. My wife went and she did what? She wanted to operate it. But she did not want the motor. She knows she is used to that part, the traditional manual method, and she started doing that. It was not working. It was so what? Right? It was very hard to, but that's it. So I told, why don't you use the motor? No, you pay for both. And I'm used to the traditional method, and I want both. Some things are not negotiable. Some things are very much not negotiable. So I immediately called that man and I told that this is not working. And he told the same thing. He told, why sir, motor engine, and then one give it wife was tell him. Okay, what will give it the motor is both. So he was not responding. Then I spoke to the service manager over there, the service center. And they even brought a new machine for the replacement. They brought a replacement. Same thing, but again, the motor is working very well, but not the belt. It was so tight. They tried different things that was not working. Then only we go to me, actually, I went the customer review. Then I went to the internet and I just typed the company's name and the particular type of the machine. My code. Full of customer reviews, negative. So I had not practiced what I preach. Okay. I should have first done what? Before purchase, I should have bit of truth. I should have raised the customer. Then they never came back. Then I wrote to the CEO for response. I wrote to the marketing manager, operations manager, saying that this is not working, so please do something. They were not responding. What did I do? I used my corporate governance knowledge. When it comes to corporate governance, in an organization, who is the most powerful person that you have to approach to get things done? When it comes to corporate governance, independent non-executive director. Independent non-executive directors are the most powerful people when it comes to governance. So they are independent outsiders who comes and sits on the boards and see what whether the inside directors are doing proper. I went to no one is responding, so I went to the annual report and I identified who is an independent, who was one of the. So it was Mr. B. Srilanka, one of the prominent speakers who talks about what good things, justice, and I wrote to him a very strongly telling who am I, and I told you that to read these reviews. Then I also put the reviews of his company, and I told you, oh, in the near future, you might not be able to be an independent director because there won't be a company in a few years to come from now. Company in and I told you, and I also put a very strong statement saying that very simply, I'm not an aggressive person. I very simply told that this. You know who fires as well as who hires the CEO and the directors of company? The customers. If the customers walk away, what will happen to the company? No. I put that statement and I said, within 2 hours, he responded to me. He is extremely apologetic and he told immediately he had copied to the CEO and the CEO was now calling. And within a day, they sent me the engineer and a senior technical officer and another 3-4 people, technicians to look into it. So they came in a van. right? They made it everything, and they were telling to my wife, the engine, and then she checked that, and now it was working perfectly. And you know what he was finally saying? He said, they're hurrying here. I sent him an email. I just sent him an email thanking him for taking immediate action. But now, what has happened in my home? My wife can practice the motor thing, and now she is using only the what? The motor. Mommy, you can get here. But they want, they are very, so but again, that was my, where I went wrong. Zero moment off. Therefore, before purchasing anything, do what? Read the customer reviews for the particular item that you are interested in. If not, you will go wrong. So that kind of practice religiously before purchasing anything, I will read customers. There's no reviews, I won't purchase from them. Now, there are certain items I purchased with this from Dallas. I made wrong, but after this particular principle I learned, if there's no reviews, I don't purchase. That's because that's not purchase. That's so simply I need assurance what that it's of good quality and people want for it. And not 2 or 3 days. Not 2 or 3 days. I need at least some substantial reviews for that item. If not, I'm going to physically buy. I don't take any chances. A branded item always I go for. Why? Because I don't want to take any chances from Chinese shitty items. I don't. Of course, even iPhones are producing, right? That is correct. But it has to have some good quality. If not, you waste good money. Zero moment. Is that clear? So this is made possible because of what? Digital business strategies. Social media platforms, review comments, platform comments, and reviews are there. So this is one thing that I want to highlight before we go today. And the other thing is this one. Is that clear? Right? Then the next thing that I will discuss is inbound marketing. This is the next concept that I'm going to teach you today before you go home. So I told you so far what's digital business. Then I told you what's zero moment of truth. And now let's study what's inbound marketing. Please read it and tell me what do you mean by inbound marketing. What's inbound marketing? Inbound marketing, what do you mean? What's inbound marketing? Right, let me tell you. In traditional marketing, what happened was the vendors were going after the customers, isn't it? In traditional marketing, the sellers or the vendors go after the market. They are the people who go after the market, isn't it? But in inbound marketing, the customers are coming after the vendors. How come? See my example. I wanted to purchase a battery. Did they come after me? No. I searched and I could. So I'm going after whom? The vendors. That's called inbound marketing. Earlier it was what? The traditional marketing model is what? Outbound marketing. This is inbound marketing. The customers are coming after whom? The vendors. So this is called inbound marketing. That's also made possible because of digital technology. Right? So you can see the consumers is proactive. Consumers are searching for information and trying to do the process. So if I show you here, the gentleman who is operating this particular thing showed me that there is a whiteboard. That's searching. Okay, let's try that. So in the traditional marketing, the traditional marketing model, what happens is the vendor or the sellers are going after the customer. Vendors or the sellers are going after it. But under the new marketing model, which is called the inbound marketing, and the inbound marketing, what happens is the other way around. Vendors are there. Right? And customers are coming after them. Because they are searching actively the information like I did for a battery, and I selected whom out of it. So this is the inbound. Inbound. They are coming towards us. This is what traditional marketing is what? Outbound. Yeah, my name. Thinking about it, outbound. Outbound marketing. Inbound marketing versus outbound. Is it clear? Now this is the new traditional, this is the model that what is attacking the traditional outbound. Inbound marketing, the customers are coming after this. Right. So inbound marketing, what's the main advantage as well as what's the disadvantage? Inbound marketing, the advantage is for whom? For the customer. The customers will know the truth and they will get the information, zero moment of truth and do the purchase. But what's the disadvantage for the sellers? Can they hoodwink? Can they deceive the customers? Because under reviews, under comments, the former customers they have told what? The rate. The rate should be told, and that's a good thing. So unscrupulous, fraudulent vendors would be taken off the list. But what happens in Dallas? Once you remove a vendor, what they do? And let's say there was a fraudulent vendor and people give negative comments and they go out. What they do? What they do? They release in a new. So there should be a way that you totally remove them, blacklist them. Right. I think now they have implemented as such. Okay, this is inbound marketing versus outbound marketing. Okay. Is that clear? All these are related to business strategies, which we'll be discussing in the future as well. Right. Then let's see what do we mean by this context marketing. Let's take up. I think we have got two concepts already. Zero moment of truth, inbound marketing, as well as the next concept that we are going to discuss is context marketing. Ryan, you are with us now? Online.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Buddha. Everything fine?
Yes, sir. Everything is fine.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. So, content marketing. What do we mean by content marketing? Earlier, what marketers did was they just posted an advertisement in a newspaper or even online. Can you interact with? Can you interact with that newspaper? There are no advertisement. Can you interact with that newspaper? Can you hear that? No, you can't. But this content marketing means you market using rich media, audio, video, and text. All three together, and the marketing materials. Can you give an example? Where can you find this kind of audio, video, and everything is there in the marketing material? You saw that already. Where? YouTube. In YouTube, what can you see? The marketing material. Now, Grammarly was advertising itself, and some other marketing campaigns are also going. You get what? rich video, audio, and what? Also the text. So likewise, that's what we call content function. The management of text, you can highlight this. Management of text, media, audio, and video. Why do you use these things? To engage the customers more rather than the traditional static marketing thing. Right. Now the marketing campaigns are very rich. It has audio, video, as well as what? Interaction. So this is called content marketing. Content marketing has text, rich media, audio, and video to engage the customers and to give them a good experience. So this is called content marketing. You can give example. YouTube. Marketing in YouTube. Right? Seeing videos like in YouTube and Vimeo and like other kind of platforms. You can have what? Good, rich content. It will engage the customers and give value to the customer. So this is what we call content. With this we finish. Now people think when you are going to use social media for advertising, only one thing comes into their mind. What's that? Now there's something called social media marketing. How many of you have Facebook? I think almost have Facebook. And you might be surprised to know that I have my Facebook, but I have done what? I have done what? Deactivated that in 2007. Yes. I'm using Facebook to market my impact program, Master Project Accounting program. Maybe you also might have got some emails for that from Facebook, right? That's a different story. But I'm not using Facebook for obvious reason. Why is that? With all due respect to people who use Facebook, please use Facebook someone to the writer Facebook account. That you need Facebook if you are going to. Mark Zuckerberg, of course, needs Facebook because that's his company and that's how he gets one to live. But for me, it's a waste of time because it makes unnecessary comparison, isn't it? For me, I might see okay what others are doing, and it's kind of a modern way of positive. If I need news, I have other ways to get info. A lot of news in Facebook is offensive, and it might create racial disharmony. If we knew that how certain political parties in Sri Lanka used Facebook against different religious groups, we saw that very well. So I'm not using that. But by the way, but on the other hand, Facebook is what? A social media as well as a good marketing platform. But is that the only marketing platform that you have? Facebook will advertise currently. Now, if I ask you this simple question, how did you get to know about essay? How is essay together? Is it newspaper advertisement, YouTube, Facebook, or what? How do you know? Word of mouth? Did friends tell you? Friends, right? That's called word of mouth marketing, a very effective thing. Right? Not only Facebook. There are other ways that you can advertise in social media. What are the other ways? Look at this. This is called the social media marketing radar. Please take the topic. Social media marketing radar. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 avenues of social media marketing. So please take down the topic. Social media radar. Social media marketing radar. With this we finish. Social media marketing radar. Right? There are 8 types. Number 1, please take down. Social networks. Number 1 is social networks. Please take down. Social networks. You can advertise in social networks. Example. Take Example, Facebook. But people only think it's only Facebook. But no, there are other avenues as well. What are the other avenues? Then number 2, social streaming. This is number 2, social streaming. You take down number 1, social networks. And example, Facebook. So if you are in the digital business, if you are in even a traditional business, if you want to market, there are 8 avenues. One is only this. People but use only this. But there are other avenues as well. What are the other avenues? Number 1, Facebook, of course, that comes under social networks. Number 2, please take down social streaming. Social streaming. Meaning what? Video streaming websites. To give an example, where you can advertise as social streaming. YouTube. Please take down example YouTube. Not a lot of companies do that, but again, I see a great potential in YouTube advertising as well. Although for us as customers, for as users of YouTube, but then. Passing to say what the streaming advertisement that comes. But for me, all the time the advertisement is what? Grammarly, and grammar. But once my wife used my YouTube channel, then her things come. Right. Then number 3, social search. Social search. That's another place that you can advertise. How social search becomes advertising? Have you ever seen that once you search something in Google, related advertisements comes? Once you search in Google, related advertisements come. That's called what? Both search engine optimization. That's called SEO. SEO. Search engine optimization. So let me use our new whiteboard. And you know that the person who taught me told you can immediately make it disappear. Good. No? Today these skills are under good. Right. Right. What's that? SEO. Search engine optimization. Search engine optimization is where you search things and you get what? The related advertisement. You search an item, maybe you search for a battery. And how much battery? Around everyone is also a local battery. So still I get what? Battery advertisement. So likewise, that search engine optimization. Right. So Google search has that ability. Right. So that's called search, social search. So you can use social networks, Facebook, you can use social streaming, YouTube, or you can even use social search to advertise the product. So now look at your own companies. Or think about a company that you are going to establish. This is how you can advertise. Some people think it's only Facebook. Not only Facebook, there are others. So what else? Social knowledge. Social knowledge sharing websites are there. Social knowledge. Can you give me a good example? Social knowledge, Wikipedia. That's an encyclopedia is developed by us. Wikipedia. Please take down example. Wikipedia. Social knowledge. And you can start your own PDF, right? Wikipedia type of sites as well. Then we have social blogging. Blogging. Blogging means you create micro articles. You share your experiences through micro articles. Blog. Examples. Blogspot.com. Google has the blogspots, and likewise different blogs you can have. Micro blogging is also there. Even Twitter is kind of a micro blogging website. You can share your ideas and you can keep your but it's not an article website indeed. So blogspot.com, blogspot.com. Google also you can have blogs. Short articles. Blogs are short articles. And Twitter is a micro blogging platform. You can write different ideas and do things. And then comes social customer service. Can you know social customer service? One of the best examples is WhatsApp customer service. WhatsApp. In WhatsApp, now the companies are getting customer service through what? WhatsApp. Even commercial bank use the ability to access your account and even what? See the balance. WhatsApp through WhatsApp. Commercial bank has it. You don't need to go to there. They have that under WhatsApp. And WhatsApp customer service is there. So you can say WhatsApp customer service. That's called social customer service. Then social publishing. Social publishing. There you can publish your articles like Reddit. Reddit. That's where you can publish different things. Reddit and other kind of platform. You also can advertise. You can write an article on your own company. Then finally, social bookmarking. Best example is for that Dig. D-I-G-G. Dig. There's a website for Dig. You can go and bookmark things. Bookmark. Dig. D-I-G. So there also you can advertise. Dig. So likewise, you can see not only social networking, there are 8 types of what? There are 8 types of social platforms where you can advertise. So if you are going to have apply this, so one of the questions in the those days in exams for digital business strategy, both this, how you can apply the social marketing radar for SAP. Can we apply it for SAP, School of Accounting and Business, the social marketing radar? Indeed. But are we using all these 8? Unfortunately, answer is what? So we should use this. Because is marketing bad? No. Marketing is what? Making the prospective customers aware of a product or service. Right? So you can use these platforms, not only the paid advertisements, not only Facebook, but I was suggesting use all these 8 strategies. We don't have blogs. We don't have a Wikipedia page. We need that. Share the knowledge. That's how we do what? Make aware. Oh, better. So yes, expect a question like this now. For example, if I'm going to set a question out of what I told you today, what's the digital business? Give examples. Can you answer that question? Indeed, yes. Then explain the following concept with examples. Inbound market. Can you? I can tell my own experiences. Then 0 moment of truth. You understand what 0 moment of truth? Yes. Then what? Content marketing. Can you explain what's content marketing? Yes, a rich way of what? Communicating information to the prospective consumers. By what? Text, video, and audio. Why you will do that? To engage the customer in a better way. Then I told you finally the what? Social marketing media radio. How many avenues are there in that? 8 avenues. So likewise, in this subject, I was just teaching theory. Theory. Not theory. I'm teaching you what? Things that you can apply as I told you, in your own life, for your own business, or for your business that you are. Here we have different mix of good students from accountants are there, BD operators are there, KPOs are there, people are coming from KPOs, then academics are there. Likewise, we have a different mix of students to apply this. Your own ventures as well as being the ventures that you are doing. So, any questions before we leave for today? I think that's enough for today. Other than digital business for you, okay? Who knows that or clear? Okay. Before we leave, do you understand what I'm talking about? Is it clear? Right? This is how I'm going to have the interactions from next week onwards. We'll have a more small classroom, right? Not a whole classroom work. And for the people who are online, like that, we'll see a different strategy. Okay, with that, we'll finish for today. Thank you very much for your participation. And we'll meet next week for whenever the class finishes. Are we having lectures next week? I don't know. If you are having, next week. If not, we'll meet some other day. So check your schedules and thank you very much. Dan, everything fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you have any difficulties in understanding the content?
No, sir, it's okay, but sometimes we like big challenge when you move away from the board, we cannot hear clearly. Other than that, all things are okay.
Okay, no? I mean, try to minimize. So usually what happens is, without my knowledge, I approach the students physically. So let me minimize, right?
Yes.
And, okay. Thank you for that. You need a comment. I need your students to give you a good service. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sure. Thank you, sir.
And we see a way that how we can resolve your issue if you are unable to come, what to do, right?
Sorry, sir.
If you are unable to come for a class, and if an assignment is given during the class, we'll see what to do.
Okay, 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 sir. Thank you.
We'll see what to do. Don't worry. Somehow manage and try to get it. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Gayan and others. Finish for today. Thank you, and you can find out.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
After.